In the midst of the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Between deadlines, commitments, and the responsibilities that surround us, many of us may wonder, why is it so hard? The truth is that often life feels more like a roller coaster of challenges than a smooth path. This constant pressure can leave us exhausted and discouraged, and in moments of despair, the expectations that everything should be easier begin to frustrate us even more. How many times have you felt alone in the midst of a storm? When problems pile up and hope seems distant, it's natural to question, what do we do when life gets tough and it feels like we are alone? This feeling is common, and often we may feel as if we are fighting in an endless battle, not realizing that we are not truly alone. The theme we want to explore today reminds us that even in the midst of difficulties, there is a constant presence by our side. It's not a promise that everything will be easy, but rather an invitation to recognize that there is support in every step we take. The struggles we face can be intense, but they do not define who we are. Each challenge is an opportunity for growth, a chance to get closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our journey. Throughout this video, we will reflect together on how to face life's challenges. Understanding that difficulties are part of our journey, and that even when everything seems to be falling apart, there is something greater supporting us. Get ready for a journey of encouragement and hope, as it is amidst the struggle that we find the strength to keep going. It is natural to feel helpless when confronted with life's challenges. Often, when difficulties accumulate, the feeling of loneliness can be overwhelming. However, it is in these moments that we need to seek strength and hope in the words that have been left to us. A passage that resonates deeply with this reality is found in the book of John, chapter 16, verse 33, where it says, "In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." These words offer a powerful glimpse of the truth about life. They remind us that tribulation is an inevitable part of the human experience. We all face difficult moments, situations that seem insurmountable, and that test our strength and faith. However, the central message of this passage is not just an acknowledgement of pain, but a call to hope. While the difficulties are real, the promise that something greater accompanies us is invaluable. When we think about take heart, we are challenged to change our perspective. Instead of allowing negativity to consume us, we are invited to look at our struggles with courage. This courage does not come from ourselves, but from the certainty that we do not fight alone. Just as Jesus overcame tribulations, he encourages us to persevere, reminding us that victory is not just over external challenges, but also over our own faith and resilience. How does this apply to our daily lives? Think about the situations you are facing right now. What are the tribulations that seem heavy on your shoulders? How can we, from this passage, find encouragement even in the darkest hours? Each difficulty is an opportunity to strengthen our faith and trust that we are accompanied every step of the way. As we reflect on this, remember, the struggles are not the end, but a part of the path that leads us to profound growth and a richer experience of faith. Therefore, stand firm. The struggle may be intense, but the presence of support is always by your side, ready to help carry the weight that you do not need to face alone. Life is filled with ups and downs, and it is important to recognize that difficulties are not merely obstacles, but opportunities for growth. Often, when facing challenges, we may feel lost or unmotivated, but it is essential to remember that there is a purpose behind each struggle. The principle we want to explore here is that difficulties have the capacity to shape and strengthen us. When we think about difficulties, we can remember that they are an integral part of our journey. Life was not promised as an easy path. On the contrary, it is a journey full of lessons and experiences that help us evolve. Each challenge we encounter can be seen as a chance to delve deeper into our essence, to test our resilience, and to learn more about ourselves. For example, imagine a person who lost a job. Initially, this situation may seem devastating, generating feelings of discouragement and insecurity. However, this same person can use this opportunity to reassess their goals, explore new careers, or even invest in a dream that has always been postponed. Instead of seeing themselves as a victim of circumstances, they can choose to view it as an invitation to transformation. Another example is in relationships. When we face misunderstandings or conflicts, we often feel like everything is falling apart. However, these experiences can be catalysts for growth. By working on communication and mutual understanding, we can strengthen bonds and build healthier, more meaningful relationships. Thus, challenges become true lessons in empathy, patience, and love. It is essential, therefore, to change our perspective on difficulties. Instead of seeing them as mere barriers, we should view them as learning opportunities. By doing so, we can cultivate a mindset of gratitude, even amid struggles. With each challenge overcome, we become stronger and more capable of facing what lies ahead. So, as we face life's storms, remember, each difficulty brings with it a valuable lesson. Allow yourself to learn and grow, for it is along this path that we find not only the strength needed to continue, but also a deeper understanding of what it truly means to live. Let's delve into the story of Job, a powerful example of faith amidst suffering. Job is a character that many know, but his experiences are often viewed only superficially. He was a man of integrity and reverence for God, blessed with a prosperous life and a loving family. However, in an instant, all of this changed. According to the book of Job, in chapter 1, verse 21, Job faced the sudden loss of his possessions, his children, and his health. The situation was so devastating that his initial reactions were of deep pain, but also of surprising resilience. He said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Job 1:21. This response, though impactful, is not what one would typically expect from someone in such a tragic situation. Most of us might easily succumb to despair, but Job teaches us something vital. Even in moments of extreme pain, we can choose our attitude. The story of Job is not just about suffering, but about a constant struggle between pain and hope. Even when his friends abandoned him and criticized him, he remained steadfast in his faith, questioning, but never denying the presence of God in his life. What does this story teach us about contemporary challenges? First, it reminds us that difficulties are not a sign of God's absence, but often a part of the human condition. Like Job, we also face moments of loss, despair, and doubt. However, perseverance and the ability to maintain faith in tough times are what truly shape our character. Moreover, Job invites us to reflect on the role of community and mutual support. Instead of withdrawing from others in times of crisis, we should come together and offer support. The struggles we face do not have to be faced alone. We can find strength in connecting with others and sharing our experiences. Therefore, as we look at Job's struggle, let us remember that even in adversity, we can find not only resilience but also profound spiritual growth. Difficulties do not define who we are. They are opportunities to come closer to our essence and the purpose we have been given. If Job could say, "Blessed be the name of the Lord" in the midst of suffering, we too can find reasons to have hope in our own battles. Now I want to share one more story with you. It was an ordinary morning when the news arrived. The job I loved was being terminated. A feeling of despair flooded my heart, as if a heavy weight had been placed on my shoulders. Questions began to arise. How will I pay the bills? What if I can't find another job? What will people think of me? Tears streamed down as life seemed to crumble. But even amidst the emotional storm, there was an inner voice whispering, "This too shall pass." In the days that followed, uncertainty became a constant companion. The hours dragged on, and nights were filled with anxiety and insomnia. However, amid this chaos, something unexpected emerged. During a conversation with a friend, he shared his own story of loss and reinvention. He recounted how, after being laid off, he decided to use that moment as a chance to rediscover himself. He began to learn new skills, explore forgotten passions, and ultimately found a new path that made him happier than before. That conversation sparked a light within me. Instead of sinking into despair, I decided to use that time to reflect on what I truly wanted to do. I began dedicating hours to projects I had always set aside, such as writing and photography. With each small step, I realized that life wasn't saying no to me, but rather not yet. The challenges were shaping me, teaching me to be more resilient and creative. The lesson I learned was powerful. Struggles do not have to define us. They can lead us to a place of growth and self-discovery. Just as the biblical passage reminds us that amidst afflictions, we have the opportunity to find encouragement, I realized that each challenge is a disguised opportunity. Life did not promise to be easy, but by facing difficulties with courage and faith, we can uncover new possibilities and a renewed sense of purpose. If you are also going through a tough time, remember, each struggle is a chance to learn. Allow yourself to explore new paths and, above all, trust that even when everything seems to be falling apart, there is a greater strength by your side, ready to support and guide you on this journey. Now I invite you to take a moment to pause and reflect on your own journey. Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Think about the difficulties you have been facing lately. What challenges feel the heaviest on your shoulders? Feel the presence of these struggles, but also imagine beside you a greater strength, an invisible support that walks with you. Ask yourself, how can I see these challenges in a new light? Visualize each obstacle as an opportunity for growth. What can you learn from this experience? How can this struggle shape who you are and who you are becoming? Remember that you are not alone. With each step of this journey, there is support by your side, ready to help you carry the weight. Allow yourself to feel this connection, and instead of being consumed by pain, choose to find encouragement in the certainty that, even in difficulties, there is an opportunity to thrive. As you open your eyes, carry this renewed energy with you, and the awareness that every challenge is a valuable part of your path. You are stronger than you think. Lord, at this moment, I come before you with a sincere heart. I acknowledge that often I let myself be carried away by discouragement and doubt when difficulties pile up. I confess that in the midst of storms, it is easy to lose sight of the certainty that I am not alone. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed and question whether I will be able to overcome the challenges life presents to me. But I want to remember that even in the darkest moments, there is a greater strength by my side. I thank you, Lord, for every lesson these difficulties have taught me. I am grateful for the opportunity to grow and reinvent myself, even when the path seems uncertain. I appreciate every step that brings me closer to my essence, and for every moment I realize that pain is not the end, but an invitation to a new beginning. May I always have a heart willing to learn and see struggles as opportunities to draw closer to you. I now pray for those watching this video who are also facing their own battles. May each of them feel your presence beside them, even when life becomes difficult. May they find the courage to overcome challenges and the wisdom to see beyond obstacles. Lord, strengthen the heart of each one. Help us remember that we are not alone, and that in every desert, there is a promise of a better future. Help me to be a channel of support for those around me, so that together we can walk in faith and resilience, encouraging one another in our struggles. May I be a light in the lives of others, just as I seek your light in my own journey. Finally, I surrender to you my uncertainties and worries. May I trust fully that even when everything seems to crumble, there is a greater plan in action. With every step, may I feel your hand guiding me, and may the peace that surpasses all understanding fill my heart. Amen. As we reflect on the prayer we made today, it is essential to remember that difficulties are not just obstacles, but valuable opportunities for growth and learning. Each challenge brings with it the chance to draw closer to our essence and strengthen our faith. Even when life feels heavy and challenging, we can find encouragement in the certainty that we are not alone. The presence of support is always by our side, ready to guide and sustain us. Allow yourself to be strengthened by these experiences and see each struggle as a chance for transformation. May you leave here today with the conviction that, despite the storms, there is always a greater purpose at work. May the peace and strength you seek accompany you in every step of your journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Share your experiences in the comments. What challenges have you been facing, and how have they shaped your journey? Your story may encourage many people.